What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy and welcome to another video on the channel. Today we are going to be covering the last bit of passages from this Nomura interview that I've been covering for the past couple of videos now. We're going to be finishing off this interview today. It has had a lot of information in it. If you missed the past few videos, we've talked about things like the power of waking, what happened to Lingering Woe in the Keyblade Graveyard, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the key to SORA'S revival. This also has a bit of information about Maleficent and Scala and caelum in it as well. So you know I had to save the juiciest bits for last, so this video is definitely going to be the most interesting out of the three, at least in my opinion. So let's get right into it. Was Lee insisting on being called Axel so that when Roxas came back he would recognize him? Yes, but also because when he saw Kairi or Xion, he remembered that there was someone he was supposed to remember, which made him feel like being called Axel was important. Okay, I really like that, to be honest. Like, it makes a lot of sense. To be honest, I wasn't mad in Kingdom Hearts 3 that he was being called Axel again anyways. I didn't mind the name Lee, and it's funny because as soon as I got used to calling him Lee, when I played Kingdom Hearts 3, he was like, oh, just call me Axel from now on. And I got used to calling him Lee for all that time, for so many years, since Dream Drop Distance and onwards. Like, I had to spend all that time getting used to calling him Lee and not Axel, and now I'm going back to calling him Axel, which I'm fine with. But another note I wanted to make about this, this is something that just kind of came to my head after reading this. Like, I kind of wish, in a way, this probably is a lot of work, and I don't think Nomura will do this for every character, or he'll ever do this at all, really. We kind of have this in the secret reports in little small passages, but I do think for moments like these, it would be really cool to give like each character like a diary or something in the game. Like people like Kairi, Axel, maybe even like Sora would benefit from things like that a lot. Like things where we can like know what they were doing on this day or after this world, how Sora's feeling after Arendelle, how Axel is feeling after a certain training session. I don't know, I feel like things like that would be pretty cool, and like they could put stuff like this, like why he felt like he wanted to be called Axel again, like in it. But anyways though, moving on, why does Maleficent know about the black box from the days of old? Ooh, here we go. After Kingdom Hearts 1, she traveled to the age of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. When she returned to the present after that, the result was her rebirth in Kingdom Hearts 2. What? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I already kind of knew this because I read this before making the video like months ago, but still, just reading that again, what? Now, if I'm thinking of the correct scene, the scene where Maleficent like revives herself in Yensid's tower and then goes to Hollow Bastion, you're telling me that scene is her traveling from the past, from Union Cross to Kingdom Hearts 2? What? But I do want to know more about what Maleficent was doing in Union Cross, because now that we know that after that she ends up in Kingdom Hearts 2, which I'm pretty sure they talked about a little bit beforehand, we kind of knew that Maleficent like traveled like after Kingdom Hearts 1 after Riku stabbed her with the Keyblade. I wonder exactly like why she was in Union Cross, like why is she there? Same with Key Browser too, because do not forget she was there as well. Anyways though, continuing because I didn't even read the rest of it, the act of returning the present time slash going to the future is connected to how characters from the days of old have ended up in the current time period. Now Nomura has said this before in past interviews about how Maleficent is in Union Cross, the act of her being there is going to be a similar way in how characters from Union Cross from the past are going to end up like here. So meaning like the same way Maleficent is there and probably came back is a similar way in however Marluxia, Larxene, etc. were like here now. So that was definitely a very interesting tidbit from Nomura, and I'm glad he gave us that little bit of information. Continuing though, we have more about Maleficent. It seems that Maleficent thinks the Book of Prophecies is inside the black box. She does think that. Okay, it hasn't been shown exactly when she began to think that way. I'm going to assume recoded, but I do plan to reveal it as soon, or my bad, reveal it soon in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Okay, so they're going to talk about what in Union Cross? Do they plan on talking about what's in the black box, or do they plan on talking about like why Maleficent thinks that way? I'm going to assume why Maleficent thinks that way, because I'm pretty sure whatever is in the black box actually is something pretty big, and I'm sure they're going to save that for the next numbered title. Continuing though, in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Master Xehanort's goal behind opening Kingdom Hearts was to create a new world, but in this game, he says it is going to reset the world. Why the difference? Okay, this is actually something the community's been arguing about for a bit, so here's the answer. What was revealed in this game was another piece of the truth. His goal was this world is no longer any good, and we have to recreate it from scratch. And I'm not going to comment too much on that because this is kind of tied to the next question. We are interested in why Xehanort will come to such a conclusion in response to Nomura's quote. At first, I did want to use a next game to dig down into how Xehanort went from that simple boy playing the chess game to an admirer of darkness, but if I do that, then the Darkseeker Chronicle wouldn't have ended with Kingdom Hearts 3 after all. Laughs. Some ideas had solidified to a degree, but it's shelved for now. Okay, so in Xehanort's defeat, all I was really looking for was what exactly his motivations were, and we got exactly that. Of course, like, it was the classic villain trope of bad guy with good intentions, but of course he has a very twisted way of like getting to his goal. In Xehanort's case, he wanted to reset the world, purge the world, putting himself on top, but to do all that, he would have to destroy everything that was originally created. He wanted to basically like give the world a clean slate. But enough of me rambling like about that. To comment on the other part that he said about Xehanort here, I am a little disappointed. Like, I'm a little disappointed. Not at what I said previously, but of what he says right here, where he talks about like how he wanted to originally make a game about Xehanort. Like, he literally says it right here, what someone has wanted in the Kingdom Hearts community for years. Nomura straight up says right here it was in the works. Now, there is still a little bit of hope for like a segment or something like that, because at the end he does say some ideas had solidified to a degree, but it's shelved for now. And of course that's talking about the Xehanort game that he originally had in mind. Even though we witnessed the end of Xehanort's story, there's still a lot of puzzle pieces missing in his lore, and I feel like they're going to touch upon that lore whenever we get to the point where we talk more about Scala and caelum, for example, because I feel like if you're going to talk about Scala and caelum, obviously since Ericus and Xehanort resided there, they were trained there, grew up there, that is a place that seems to be very close to Xehanort's heart, it would definitely be obvious that they would have to touch up upon a little bit of Ericus and Xehanort's backstory. And I feel like when we get to that point, that is going to be the solidified stuff that Nomura has like for us. Maybe that's going to be our playable segment of Xehanort in the future Kingdom Hearts game. Maybe it won't, but I'm very confident we'll get some more lore and backstory of Xehanort. He'll still have some involvement in the Kingdom Hearts series going forward. Maybe not as an active entity, but as an example of what like not to do and like learning from his mistakes or some of his ambitions. Because I'm pretty sure that in future Kingdom Hearts games, like, we're going to have moments where Sora is like looking at what Xehanort did, and he's going to take the good out of what he was trying to do and apply that to like him saving the world himself. Same with some of the other Keyblade wielders. It's kind of similar to like how they treat a Stain in My Hero, actually. I feel like Xehanort's going to have that type of role in the Kingdom Hearts series going forward. But anyways though, I rambled on that for a long time. Continuing, during the underwater section in Scala and caelum, you can see a clock tower like the one that appears in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, with Scala and caelum built upon the ruins of Daybreak Town, and Nomura right here straight up in response to that very big question, he says, yes, the staff who drew the concept art came to me with two proposals for the clock tower, one standing normally on the Seebed, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know how to pronounce that word, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, and one hanging upside down from the surface of the sea. I chose the upside down one. Now this is really cool, because although a lot of people theorize this, and you could probably put two and two together if you played Kingdom Hearts 3 and saw the clock tower underwater, it still was never, ever, until now, confirmed that Daybreak Town were the ruins of Scala of Caelum. Or, I said that completely opposite. Scala of Caelum was built on top of the ruins of Daybreak Town. Like, that was never something officially confirmed in Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Unless someone has some information or something I overlooked in the game that makes me wrong about that, but we never got confirmation that Daybreak Town was basically destroyed, which is what they're confirming right now. Daybreak Town is gone and Scala of Caelum was built on top of it. Scala of Caelum is the replacement for Daybreak Town. And while a lot of people kind of could have figured that, it's still crazy to know, because that means at some point in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, Daybreak Town is going to be completely... That was me trying to like do a Thanos snap thing, but I don't have a camera, so that kind of failed. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm trying to do. What was the true identity of No Heart, who appeared in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix? That was also Master Xehanort. That was the armor he used to wear a long time ago, and in this game he was wearing his current armor. Okay, that's a little nice to know thing. Who specifically are the Lost Masters? The 7 Master of Masters and 6 Apprentices who appear in Kingdom Hearts Key back cover. Another nice to know thing, I guess. I'm pretty sure we all figured those were the Lost Masters. Maybe someone thought the Lost Masters were the Union Cross people, but I guess if we didn't know that, that's some nice confirmation. And last and final question that I very well might make a separate video on. When the Luxord was fading away, he gave Sora a wild card. What did that mean? And Nomura responds, that will come into play later. Perhaps Luxord's card holds the key to Sora's revival. Reading that after watching the Kingdom Hearts Remind trailer, wow. So Luxord actually is this like major character that a lot of people were anticipating. I wonder how important he is. Is he the Master of Masters? Is he one of the Union leaders? Like, what's going on here is like what I'm wondering. I'm very excited. Now I'm sure they're not going to touch upon this in Kingdom Hearts Remind or anything, but if they do, that would be cool. So this means that Luxord essentially saves Sora, kinda. And also pay attention to how Nomura uses the word Sora's revival. So that means Sora probably is actually dead, or he's in a situation similar to how he was in the final world, where he's almost dead, kinda, sorta, maybe. We all kind of have our little theory that Sora's basically doing the Reaper's game in Kingdom Hearts, the secret ending. So if that's actually what he's doing, then it makes sense that Nomura would use words like this. But that is pretty much going to do it for today's video. A lot of very interesting information right here. I am very excited for the future of Kingdom Hearts, and this is going to be the last bit for a while at least, unless I like do some more digging and find some more interesting information to report to you guys. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a comment down below telling me what you thought about everything. What was the most interesting thing to you? Was it the stuff about Maleficent, the stuff about Sora's revival through Luxord? Was it the Scala of Caelum stuff, the Xehanort stuff? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know like about any theories you might have, because you guys have been leaving a lot of theories in the comment section recently, and they've kind of been blowing my mind a bit because a lot of them actually make a lot of sense. So I'm very interested in like what types of theories you guys can come up with about this stuff after hearing it. But once again, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the Union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.